invite the Steering Committee Chair of IEEE Innovation Nation Sri Lanka 2018, Subodha Charles, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. So I have the boring job of reading you a list of names that should be thanked for doing this event. But I have to mention that if not for those people, this event would not be here today. So please bear with me for 5 minutes. First and foremost, for everyone, all the distinguished speakers, the invitees, participants, and the members of the organizing committee, it's an honor to have all of you with us here today. First of all, the sponsors. We had so many people partnering with us throughout the journey of 7 months. We started this in March when we initially sent out when we opened the applications for the competition. And ever since we had 8 workshops, an introductory session, meet evaluations, and all of that. So it's been a journey of 8 months, I would say, that brought us here today for this particular event, the finale. The monetary sponsors, the IEEE Industry Engagement Committee, the Chustovich Brothers Private Limited, and the London Stock Exchange Group, and I have to mention Dilshan, who is here with us today, representing LSEG, and the venue partners who helped us setting up all the workshops that we had over the months, WSO2, Creative Software, Virtusa, IdeaMart, Cisco Labs, IEEE Student Branch of University of Colombo School of Computing, and the IEEE Student Branch of Informatics Institute of Technology, IIT. And we also had strategic partners. Chamara here is here with us as a judge and also representing PricewaterhouseCoopers Sri Lanka, and Startup X Foundry, who was generous enough to help us with the curriculum as well as giving us space to host one of the workshops. And our media partners, ReadMe, and the rsvp.lk platform, which we use to register all of you guys and also the general public for the other workshops we had. Our industry relations partner, Sustainable Education Foundation, which helped us secure some speakers, as well as helped us with the proceedings of all the relationships we had with the industry people. Our gift partner, Tree Talks, which gave these lovely looking small plants that all our judges and the workshop speakers had over the last few months. I hope you enjoy that. We wanted to come up with something other than a mug that you can keep in your houses. And also I have our IEEE partners, the IEEE Entrepreneurship Committee, IEEE N3XT, IEEE Industry Application Society, and of course, IEEE Sri Lanka section for endorsing this event and helping us by allowing us to use their brand for this IEEE Innovation Nation Sri Lanka event. And the judges we had today, Silmia Ferizovic and Harun Ferizovic, who's from the same family and won the Innovation Nation event in Bosnia last year. Congratulations for your achievement, and also we are delighted to have both of you here with us today for the Innovation Nation event in Sri Lanka. And thank you for your efforts in judging and being a part of the event. Ahmed Nishad from ICTA, we got some very valuable inputs from you. I hope all the participants got some really good insights from what you gave back as feedback, all the judges. Chamara, as I was mentioning, Chamara Gomez from PwC. We would like to keep the partnership going on for the next year as well, both ICTA, PwC, Startup X Foundry, all of our industry relations partners. Ramdar, thank you so much for coming for the judging sessions in the initial stages as well. You've been one of the speakers for our workshops as well. Thank you so much for your continuous support and just accepting a WhatsApp message and coming over here to judge an event. Really, we humbly appreciate your commitment for our event. And all the judges that we had for the media evaluations, initial screening and all of that, if not for you guys, if not for all of them, I'm not going to read out the names. You saw in the first video that we played when we started this event, just before we started the pitching session. All of the people, all the inputs, the learning curve that they had together with you guys, I hope they were invaluable to you. And the competitors, thank you for joining us in this journey. We hope, our idea was to come up with about 50 people every year so that they will have the tool set and the set of skills that they need to go into the entrepreneurial space. That was the idea, just to give you the set of skills. And using those skills, whether you become a successful company or not, that's your call. We just want to give you the tools. And as IEEE, as a representative of the IEEE Entrepreneurship Steering Committee, I would like to say this. The motivation for this particular event was to give you a global stage going beyond Sri Lanka, because IEEE is the largest professional organization in the world. Using that, we wanted to use those resources to open up new marketplaces for you. And this is the first step of that. So we'll be continuing this event in the next years as well. Right now we are discussing with IEEE so that we can open up a website, like a web portal kind of thing, so that the investors can come and see your ideas. So if they would like, they can of course invest in your particular idea or your startup. That's something that we are discussing right now. Because of the legal aspects, it's going to take some time, but eventually, hopefully it will come through. So that's one of the ways that we are trying to get the Sri Lankan youth exposed to the global market together with your ideas. So I hope I covered pretty much all of them. I left out intentionally one particular set of people who were behind the whole thing of IEEE Innovation Nation Sri Lanka. We had about 25 lovely volunteers committed for 8 months to make this event a success. Everything that you see around here, the food, the designs, everything that was done by them. To begin with, we had the finance team headed by Yasita, Vishaka, Hamidu, and Madhushi. Can we have the 4 people on the stage, please? Since we're running out of time, I'm going to keep reading names, so guys, please come on stage. They took care of all the finances, securing sponsors, all the money stuff. They were the go-to people if we needed money. And then we had the logistics team, Varunika, Anjana, Pyumi, and Rashmi, who's not here with us today, I guess. The food, everything that was done by them, arranging halls, all the logistics, even giving rides to people. Even if we needed a name, we could ask them and they had that. And the publicity team, Shani, Saluni, and Ranita. Social media, stories, Instagram, WhatsApp, everything that was done by them. And the design team, all the lovely designs that you see on stage and that you saw on social media over the last few months, they were done by Keshani, Nipuna, Lakshan, Dimanta, and Lakshita. And the industry relations team, in addition to our strategic partners and IR partners, we also had our very own industry relations team who reached out to all the speakers, the judges, and coordinated the whole thing for the last 8 months. Dhammika, Mithushan is apparently doing the slides, Maneka, Manoranjana, who also developed the website of IEEE Innovation Nation, and Harshani. Secretariat team, all the emails, invitations, if there's something involved that has to do with writing a sentence, writing an email, a letter, that was done by the secretariat team. Tarushi, Gopika, and Sevandi. And last but of course not the least, I'm calling him last so that he can stay in the back and everybody will be able to see him. Chanaka, who headed the local organizing committee and did the whole thing, coordinating. If not for him, this event would not be a success. We got the idea of Okay, so that's it. We hope you will continue to be with IEEE Innovation Nation in the next years to come. We'll have another committee like this and a bunch of judges, speakers, who would make the 2019 leg of the event a success. Of course, there are more events, more ventures that focus on the startup ecosystem in Sri Lanka. We want to complement them, not to compete with them. As Rumesha was telling, if we can get one Zuckerberg from Sri Lanka, that is it. We'll have a company that generates more GDP than the entire nation. That's the motivation and nothing else. Thank you so much for being with us. See you in 2019. Thank you.
Get all the teams also. Get all the teams also. We have more.